Good morning, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom. This morning I am going to fix some Crabmeat Rangoon. I have imitation crab meat, your Philadelphia cream cheese, and you need some Wonton Wrappers, a dash of garlic salt, and I have 2 tablespoonfuls, maybe a little over, that I'm going to melt in the microwave just to brush on top. I have made these before in my air fryer and they turned out really good, but I was informed that a lot of people don't have air fryers or Ninja cookers, so today we're just going to fix it in nothing in the world but a regular pan in the oven. You need your oven at 375. Okay, what we first going to do is get everything ready. We're going to open our cream cheese and let that get soft. I've had it out of the refrigerator for just a little bit, not long. So we're going to put the cream cheese in the bowl. Just regular Philadelphia cream cheese. Alright, just set that aside. Go ahead and melt my butter. And we're going to open our crab meat. Okay, what you do is you just cut up your crab meat in small pieces. I used the whole packet, and it says a ½ a pound flake style. You may can buy it in bigger packets. I have not looked for it. I have not seen it. So we're just going to cut all this up. I set my oven for 375 and let it be preheating. I did do this in the air fryer, and I have done it in my Ninja. Ninja, you can't cook it all at one time. I had to have 2 cookings. Same thing with your air fryer. Okay, I've got all that chopped up. Mix my cream cheese just a little bit. Probably be better if it was a little bit softer, but I'm going to put the crab meat in here with the cream cheese. I'm going to sprinkle a teaspoonful or thereabout of garlic salt. That should be enough. And make sure that it's sort of blended together. And I'm going to use the mixer again and just make sure it's stirred up good. Okay, our next thing to do is we're going to take our wrappers. And there is no way you're going to use all these wrappers at this one time. And before I even get started doing that part, I should have already done this, I'm going to lay some parchment paper in the bottom of my pan here. Some people like to spray it, whatever you prefer. I really haven't tried it like so. Just take one wrapper It does not take very much of this per wrapper because these wrappers are small. Fold it over and just sort of mash the corners of it together. You do like me, you get some of it running out, it looks like. And we're going to lay it on our pan. I like doing it with my hands because it's just easier to manage. About the time you get them all done, you will have gotten used to how much you should put on there. These are freezable. Somewhere you need to take some, or a cookout or something and you want some, you can actually freeze them. Take them out and heat them up. And I'm definitely going to have 2 cookings of this because there's no way that I got anything big enough to put them all on at one time. But you only have to cook them for 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to cook these for like maybe 4 minutes. Then I'm going to turn them over. Now in your air fryer you wouldn't have to turn them over. We're not using the air fryer today. Sometimes I forget, some people don't have air fryers. And this is just the old-fashioned way of doing things. I've got some left, which I'm going to make another pan. I've got 17 on there. So what I'm going to do is take the butter. And I'm just going to put a little butter on top. Don't overdo it with the butter. A little crispier too. And I'm going to put this in my preheated oven for 4 minutes. My handy dandy timer. And we'll check back in just 4 minutes and fix up the ones to take up what I had left, which isn't very much. But then when they get done, I'll be ready to put these in the oven. Hope y'all are having a good day. Okay, my timer just went off for 4 minutes. So let's get them out of the oven and turn them over. We're going to put them back in the oven for 4 or 5 more minutes. I'll just check them. I'll try 4 to start off with. While the first pan was cooking, I went ahead and I fixed those, and I put them on this other pan, and I'm just going to not put any parchment paper on them, but I am going to put just a little bit of butter on them. And when they get through in the oven, I'm going to stick these in there. And you might like them better without them being on any kind of parchment paper. Okay, now this was 4 minutes on each side. But I think I'm going to put them back in there and just put them for maybe another minute or two, just so they'll get a little bit more crispier. Oh yes, that is definitely better. So what I'm going to do now is just turn them over just for a second. Cook them at least, I would say 6 minutes, but everybody's oven is different. I cooked them from 4, then put them back in there for 2 more minutes. Now I'm going to turn them over, let the other side cook for 2 minutes, and then we're done. And these are done. I'm just trying to let them cool just a little bit. Boy, they sure do look good. Now we definitely got to see what one looks like. Let's just taste. Very crunchy, crab meat flavor. I got some sweet and sour sauce. Now that looks better with the sweet and sour sauce on it. Very good. I really like sweet and sour sauce. Maybe you got a different kind of sauce that you like that would be good on it, but this is good. And again, all it is, cream cheese, package of Crab Delights Imitation crab meat, Wonton Wrappers, a little bit of garlic salt. Mix it all together. If your cream cheese is room temperature, is so much better to mix up. Now, these are the ones that I did not use parchment paper. I just laid them on my other little pan. Whoops. I like to break that one right half in two. So I'm just going to turn them over. Cook them on the other side just a little bit. You know, your crab meat is fully cooked, so it's really all you're doing is cooking your wrappers. And they really turned out nice. Crabmeat Rangoon, around the house with Kay and Tom. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Not a lot to it. It's easy to make, quick to make. And don't forget that these can be frozen, taken back out, heated up, and they're just as good as if you had just cooked them fresh. It'd be an easy thing to keep in the freezer in case somebody should come up and you weren't expecting them. Be a treat. Most people do not get this at home. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me your comments. Come back to see me. Have a good day.